I am trying here to prevent anyone saying the really foolish thing that people often say about Him. I'm ready to accept Jesus as a great moral teacher, but I don't accept Him or His claim to be God. That is one thing we must not say. A man who was merely a man and said the sort of things Jesus said would not be a great moral teacher. He would either be a lunatic on a level with a man who says he is a poached egg, or else he would be the devil of hell. He said, you must make your choice. Either this man was and is the Son of God, or else a madman or something worse. You can shut him up for a fool. You can spit on him and kill him as a demon, or you can fall at his feet and call Him Lord and God, but let us not come up with any patronizing nonsense about His being a great moral teacher. He has not left that open to us. He did not intend to. C.S. Lewis put in writing what is known as the trilemma. You see, Jesus is either a liar, a lunatic, or Lord. Either Jesus said He was God and was lying, or He said He was God and was not right in the head, or He truly was the Lord. If I stood up here today and I told you that my name is President George W. Bush, and I was serious about that, well, you would know that I'm a lunatic, because you know I'm not President George W. Bush, or you would know that I'm lying, because I'm not President George W. Bush. Jesus said, I and my Father are one. He said, I am the prophesied Messiah. So was He or not? You have to make that choice. And those who are out here trying to have their cake and eat it too, saying Jesus was a great man, a great moral teacher, we're going to study His writings today. How can they have it both ways and then say, but Jesus was not who He claimed to be? It's interesting to me that some of the enemies of Christianity from the past, who are very famous, be it Rousseau or others, have said things about Jesus that I find interesting in light of the fact that they didn't believe that He was the Son of God. Rousseau said, if the life and death of Socrates were those of a sage, the life and death of Jesus were those of a God. The facts respecting Socrates, doubted by no one, are less perfectly attested than those respecting Jesus Christ. Renan, another French atheist, said he once called Jesus a sublime person and declared that in Him is condensed all that is good and lofty in our nature. It's interesting to me that some of the most rabid enemies of Christianity from the past have still stated things about Jesus being a good person. And they don't believe that He was crazy or a lunatic, but they don't believe that He was who He claimed to be. You cannot have it both of those ways. He was who He said He was, who the apostles and prophets said that He was. Or He was a liar, or He was a lunatic. Now, verbalizing that Jesus is the Son of God is important. Believing that Jesus who is who He said He was is important. First of all, you have to make the choice. Who was Jesus? Second, once you make the choice, you have to decide whether you're going to commit your life to Him. You see, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. Jesus is going to be revealed one day with His mighty angels, flaming fire, taking vengeance on them who do not know God and who do not obey the gospel of Jesus Christ. In this seminar series, we have focused on Jesus. We have discussed His reality. We have discussed His uniqueness. We have discussed the prophecies that He fulfilled, His resurrection, how the critics' claims that the Bible is inconsistent in its nature of referring to Jesus as both sinless but also a sinner are simply not legitimate arguments and are not reasonable. You have to decide who Jesus is. And once you come to that decision, once you come to know Jesus and know that He is the Son of God, then you have to consider whether you are going to obey Him and whether you're going to serve Him as Lord and God. My prayer and Kyle's prayer is that those of you here today and those of you watching this DVD, that you will study God's written Word, that you will read the Old Testament for your learning, but you will look to the New Testament and the life of Christ and what He and the apostles and prophets commanded of you, and that you will live your life according to the words of Jesus that will judge you one day. And that you will commit your life to Him. You won't only verbalize faith in Jesus as the Son of God, but that you will obey the gospel of Jesus Christ and live your life according to that gospel the rest of your days.